There's a larger structural thing, which I can't prove it, but I'd be happy to bet has actually caused more of this, not just because of the recession, but also over the last 20 years. As we have a widening distribution of income in this country, and we have one of the widest distributions of income in the rich world, you're going to have a lot of people who are rich whose time is so valuable, they're not going to bother keeping the old furniture and the junk, and they will leave it either in a dumpster or by the side of the road when the city wants it. If, on the other hand, you have people who are quite poor, can't afford to buy new things, they'd rather get for free the things that the very rich and the moderately rich have left out. So I think it's also both a cyclical thing and then the result of this sort of long-term change over the last 30 years to a widening, less equal society.
I actually was kind of a dumpster diver before I even realized it. I lived in the dorms for 3 years, and the last year when I was moving out, I noticed that someone had thrown away a full thing of dish soap. And I said, this is crazy, I'll just take this and use it for my apartment. And then I looked in a trash can and saw a half full thing of laundry detergent, and I just started rummaging through trash cans and collected all these things that I'm still going through today.
It just makes me feel good that it's not going to a landfill. I disagree so strongly with some of the practices that we use, especially on animals, and just fertilizers and pesticides and things. I think we're doing a huge disservice to the earth and to ourselves. But I suppose if it's to sustain other life, well, that's kind of part of it, you know? Life feeds on life, feeds on life, feeds on life. Maybe we're not doing it the best way, but at least there's some validation to it. If we do all of that, if we poison the earth with chemicals, if we treat animals like shit, if we're feeding off of it, there's some validation to it. That suffering is validated somehow through another being surviving. But if we just throw it in the trash, if we just throw it into a landfill, what was it all for? It becomes an atrocity at that point. We torture and kill animals just to throw them away. So that's what makes me feel good, is that it's a good kind of recycling, I guess.